Hi, this is Mike Lyons of Smart Meetings TV, and I'm sitting here with Mike Lyons, who just delivered a wonderful talk this morning at Smart Meetings East on how to maximize networking opportunities at industry events. So we're going to ask Mike a few questions about that talk. So we have a few questions for Mike, and we're going to jump right into it. So Mike, one of the things that I wanted to ask you is, how did this talk come about, and why are you doing this talk at Smart Meetings? Thanks, Mike, for having me on the show. It's great to be here. Big fan of Smart Meetings TV. Actually, this talk kind of came about because a lot of people really don't know the art of networking, so I figured it'd be good to put a presentation together.
We're so worried about making that first impression. So my question to you is, how do we take the work out of networking? Let's take the work out of networking and network with purpose.
And what's interesting is that about 50% of the people are introverts.
Sure, I think a lot of people are
most
shy
people
and introverted.
dread that small talk. I'm one of them. Don't like going into a big networking event and are very insecure. Okay, great. So what are some of the other things that you would tell people to do? All right, well, the other thing that we found out in some of the research that I did was preparation was very, very important. And we find that a lot of people don't come to these events having prepared at all. They don't do any research, they don't contact the people, they don't set up appointments in advance. So unfortunately, they show up and it's kind of a lot of wasted time and effort because they show up totally unprepared.
Some of you probably didn't do as much research or homework. You might have been busy and you just kind of showed up and got here and said, okay, what's the deal? Who am I meeting with? What's happening? You know, where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to do? Whereas if you had taken the time, and many of you I'm sure did, to study who am I going to be meeting with, who can I connect with even over coffee outside of the appointments, who can I say, let's meet up at the cocktail party because I have a specific thing I would love to talk to you about. Doing that preparation in advance is very, very important.
I noticed that you mentioned there was a very important thing, and that's body language. Can you tell us a little bit more about Well, I think the one thing that's really important that we don't realize so much is this thing called body language.
Right.
So when we walk into a room, how do we look to other people from 12 feet away, from 12 inches away when we shake hands, and also those first 12 words out of our mouth? So that's critically important for us in a networking environment to be able to pay attention to those details, because that's our likability quotient. That's actually whether people are going to like us or not. Well, thank you so much, Mike. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. All right, this is Mike Lyons at Smart Meetings TV signing off. Thank you. Well, it was great to be here. Thank you so much, Mike.